settle. However, you feel inspired to do so. So it's been maybe 15 seconds or so since I asked you to just settle. Um, take a sort of little awe-inspired reflection on what happened um, after I invited you to settle. Um, for me, the experience was um, kind of a natural physical reaction to, um, you know, a more subtle and a little bit more relaxed uh, state of being, I guess. A little too abstract, but I could feel the muscles on my face sort of gently let go, little muscle by little muscle. I could feel the arms on my shoulders settle a little, but I also, became acutely aware of the little tensions that are held throughout the body. It felt good to breathe, and I very naturally, maybe out of force of training, but probably more so out of force of habit, unconscious habit, that every moment I'm either exhaling or inhaling or transitioning between the two. And that is in itself refreshing and rejuvenating and relaxing. So always take from any moments of meditation that you have the opportunity to enjoy um, as that insight, that little reminder that, you know, if it's hard to be right now, um, you can take a moment and ask yourself, invite yourself to settle and do just that. And it comes naturally. The body knows what to do. The mind may have some obstinate thoughts about what to do, um, but let the body train the mind to hold its tongue for a little while and hold its opinions to itself and let the body train the mind that peace is already there. The mind just has to remember. So let's continue to let the body train the mind and settle more deeply into this meditation so that we might allow all of us, uh, and when I say all of us, I mean our entire bodies, our entire minds, our entire spirit to settle. And if your mind needs a platform to concentrate, something to follow, let it follow the breath and let it follow throughout the body as you just kind of observe how you settle. I'm not going to provide detailed instructions today on where you should go about relaxing the body. I want you to watch as the body settles itself, as the mind follows the body into a settled state. So after a while, as we have let the body train the mind, maybe we've reached a point where we've come to some points in the body that aren't able to settle in a way that we might have hoped. And so we're going to flip the switch a little. Now that the mind has settled somewhat, and it's maybe found a point of tension in the body, or now we can apply the mind, the attention, the awareness, sort of the what, life energy, the chi or ki to allow the mind to help the body. So if you have that point of tension, so for me it's up around my neck, allow the body to breathe into that area of tension. So use a little visualization, allow the mind to imagine the breath coming to that part of the body, feeding it the oxygen, the nutrients that it needs to heal itself, to relax itself, to settle itself. It may be that the tension is so much a part of that part of the body that it may need a little bit more technique of the mind to sort of work your way uh, subtly and slowly towards a more settled state. But we may not get there all the way today, and that's fine. But a baby step in the right direction is always welcome. One technique that I find helpful is if you have a point in the body that is holding tension in a rather obstinate way, move outwards, mentally to a point near that spot that is in a state of relaxation, maybe a few inches above it, below it, to either side, and allow the mind to settle into that feeling of relaxation a few inches away, and allow that openness, that energy, that spaciousness that exists just next door to kind of gently expand into that part of the body that's being a troublemaker this morning. And with each wave of attention, each wave of the breath, that openness, that spaciousness, that settled feeling can wash over the tension or the pain or the stiffness. And as you've hopefully noticed some improvement, settling, a little bit of relief from that little problem area. And I use this sort of light switch of attention and naturalness of the body's ability to relax itself to sort of attend to the various little issues that arise that prevent you from the peace and the tranquility that uh, you are hoping to find this morning. Returning to the body if you need to settle the mind, returning to the mind if you need to settle the body. And now, for the last 10 minutes of our meditation, we'll do a similar technique to what we did last time, where we'll bring our attention to certain parts of the body and then move outwards um, into the space around us, uh, maybe metaphorically or to some degree with our senses. Um, in the same way that the mind and the body are just two sides of the same coin, uh, not different, um, only a useful way of thinking about who we are, less than actual distinctions between two different parts. The same kind of truth applies to us and the world around us. Uh, Seeing ourselves as being separate from the world is useful in terms of keeping this particular living organism alive. But on the flip side, it is also inseparable, two sides of the same coin, indistinguishable in many ways from the world around us. So let's explore that by starting with our attention, letting it settle right down below the belly button, the hips, a few inches in front of the spinal column. Uh, just let your body and your mind just sort of settle there, like a deep sinking feeling, one last wave of letting go, and then just settle like a big lead ball, just coming to that center of gravity, connecting you deeply with the chair or the bed, and subsequently to the earth. And let your attention lie there for a few moments. Allow that sort of visualization of a lead ball begin to slowly evaporate into a floating, shifting ball of energy that is gradually becoming physically lighter, and in form and in concept. It begins to float upward, up to the solar plexus and the heart. Imagine it being a cleansing ball of light floating upwards, centering between the heart and the throat, maybe even a sense of warmth that emanates throughout the entire body. Floating up to the roof of the mouth and the eyes, behind the eyeballs, coming up to the crown of the head, the scalp, that ball of energy just resting gently on top of our heads, simultaneously a part of us and a part of the world around us. And let that light envelop our entire body so that we imagine ourselves glowing with the sort of insubstantial lightness of being, floating away from the hard edges of our bodies and expanding into the room in a very real sense, that we can imagine ourselves extending into the room through our sense of healing, of touch, the temperature of our skin, the sounds that are made in the body and around the body are all perceptible to us. allow that light to expand, to envelop the entire room. As you expand wider and wider, the ball of energy is moving continuously from that sort of leaden solid state that we felt in our center of gravity to a lighter, more expansive world around us, the open space. Continue to expand it outward throughout the entire house and beyond its walls, expanding further still into the neighborhood. Imagine in your mind's eye using the memory of what it looks like around your house, your home, and let that light expand further outwards, maybe even expanding a little quicker, moving to more spaciousness into the neighborhood, outward into the town itself. That expansion can be exhilarating, allow the heart to lift a little to sort of enjoy the rush of it, even feeling of contact with the universe around us. Let's imagine contact with the towns around us as though we were on Google Earth or something and we're expanding outwards into the space. We look down and we notice the surface of the planet and everything looking so small. And then the curve of the planet coming into view and the contrast with the cold space outside of the thin strip of atmosphere. Allow ourselves to imagine that that thin covering around the earth is the light that we are expanding further outward. Feeling the warmth of the sun as it reflects from the moon and from 93 million miles away brings life to our planet. Feel that light join with yours, the warmth, the life-giving aspects and essence of it, and expanding further outward into the solar system, expanding faster, becoming lighter, moving outward into the stars. And feel the limitless, boundless, expansive space, just welcoming and absorbing everything that is troubling you, everything that is challenging you. In its quietness, it can seem cold, but it can also be a place to drop that stuff off, leave it out on the outer edges of Pluto. And then when we come back, we can forget to bring it back with us. By accident, of course. And now, as we come to the end of our meditation, we're going to slowly return from this sort of light spaciousness. And with each coming breath, like a balloon gently deflating over time, feel the light return to the body sort of coming back to its normal solid state, with the mind resting and the body resting together. Let it all come and collapse into a nice, beautiful seed, the center of your heart, something that you can put away for use the next time we meditate. Know that it's always there. And as we slowly come out of our meditation, allow the next inhale to be a little bit deeper. And on the exhale, bring some movement to the fingers and the toes and the spine. Allow the next inhale to be even deeper. And on the exhale, slowly open the eyes. May all living beings have happiness in its causes. May all be free from unhappiness and its causes. May all dwell in equanimity, free from attraction and aversion. May all quickly find the great happiness which lies beyond all misery. Namo Amitofo. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.